everybody, it's Samira. Welcome back to It's Samira Interviews. Today my guest is Melina. Melina, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. Look at it, baby. In every video, I'm gonna show this little face.
Oh, they're so cute.
A little attention whores. But I'll give them attention all day long. I don't care. I love
Aww. So this is your third time on with me on my interviews, and I remember the last time we were talking about cheesesteaks between Pat's and Gino's, but you ended up having Tony Luke. So how was that?
Oh my goodness, I have to post the video. I actually posted the video like a year ago and I only shared it with my Patreon members and they've seen it. I can't believe I never showed you. Oh my goodness. So which one are you asking about? Because I do love that was it Tony Luke's the third version, like the third, like there was two that compete with each other and then somebody told me it was a third one that was like, oh, you should try this. And then I tried that one. Which one? Which were the twos? Which
So
one was
it's between Pat's and Gino's because they're literally right across the street from each other.
So I didn't taste Pat's, but I tasted Gino's and loved Gino's. And then we went to Tony Luke's, and I was like, well, it was beefy, like it was meaty. There was a lot of like substance to it. It was just a big, huge sandwich. But I love the taste of Gino's better. People can hate me because I could tell it depends on like the flavors or how much meat is in there or if it's too greasy. Whatever the combination, I just gravitated to Gino's. I'm sorry, but I gravitated to Gino's. So I need to taste Pat's. Like it's a must, especially since like, you know, Rocky was there.
Yeah, I prefer Gino's. I prefer Gino's over Pat's, but you'll definitely have to try the Pat's. Yeah, I like Gino's better.
Yeah, because if I don't try Pat's, then how am I supposed to know for sure? You know, I gotta taste it. And everyone keeps telling me, I'll take you to a place. I'll take you to a place. And I've been to another place. I recorded it. I took pictures. Don't remember what the name was, but nah, I still like Gino's.
So I'm hoping to see that maybe on your YouTube channel. I think that would be really cool. But I know you're doing a lot with your YouTube channel recently. So what else are you hoping to do with your channel?
Oh my goodness, I'm hoping to, you know what, I'm posting a video today that explains that. Like, you read my mind. But I figured just put everything out there, like my traveling, what I eat, like places I go to. I'm gonna do WrestleCon with Lisa Marie, and I was like, I'm gonna get you in there, girl. Like, you're gonna be a part of my videos, whether you like it or not. And I figure like just put my life, because my life is, I love my life. Like I have great friends, I have great family, I love my dogs, and I think that people, it never occurred to me. I guess I was always afraid to put myself out there because what if somebody hates you, like, or just picks you apart and that's who you are? Like that's a scary thing to think. I mean, they hated me when it came to the character and stuff. So it's like, it's more, if I put something that's more personal out there, that's more, you know, that'll hurt more. And then I think throughout time and my age, yeah, the 0 F's given, I'm applying it to my life now. And the response to the person that I am is just, I cry a lot because it's just so beautiful. Like I think people are ready, like, I used to be hated because, oh, she's nice, that must be fake, or, oh, she's nice, you make me feel like a shitty person. And I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. But, you know, the fans, I really do believe that I am just blessed with incredible fans that accept me for who I am. And I think because I accept them for who they are, that's where this beauty comes from, this reciprocation of, you know, I send out love and they send me love. And now I feel like I could put out any video and just be me, and it just ends up being okay. I also want to do a video on, somebody posted on my comments, ASMR.
Oh my gosh. I know Ella loves that.
Are you serious? I gotta ask her about it. No, the fans love wrestling. So I'm like, okay, we're gonna still have that common bond of wrestling.
So speaking of Lisa returned back to the Rumble, and that was very exciting. And we were so happy to see you on Legends Night, a part of Raw back in January. So how did that make you feel being back there?
Oh, it was beautiful. I mean, it was like I was nervous because of not because of the backstage stuff. It was more because of COVID. How is everything going to be like? Um, that was my first time going. Well, not my first time TV wise going somewhere outside after my father's death. So I was very nervous, and I was thinking about my mother's health and what if I could, like, what if I bring something back? But everything backstage was very professional. They had everything covered when it came to wearing masks and temperature checks, and then they're testing. Like, I felt so good. And it was good to be back there, just seeing like everybody. It's again another reunion, and then meeting some of the talent there. I finally got to meet Asuka. Oh my goodness! I was like, oh, she is just so cute. I just want to grab her face, And she smiled, and I hope she knew what I was saying. I don't want to be. I don't really know her, so I don't know if she just she knows English, but she doesn't really like it comes off. Sometimes, like, say when I speak Spanish, I know Spanish, but I'm not great at speaking it. So I don't know, but I told her, I pulled her in a little bit, and I said, this is a secret. I want you to know that you're my favorite. Because I didn't want the other girls to hear, because I don't want them, because even though this is, I love all of them. I love all of them and appreciate them. But like her personality and the way she is in the ring, I just love her so much. And she just giggled. I was like, oh, I hugged her. I was like, you're just the cutest. Love her so much. And Nikki Cross. I love Nikki Cross so much. She's an angel. She is such an angel that if ever were a day where she's like, I need help with this and this and that, I'll be there for her in a heartbeat. She's just such a good person. So that was a good experience. The Legends, great experience.
So we all thought you were going to return at the Rumble. We saw Jillian, we saw Lisa, and we're like, oh my God, I hope Melina would be there. So, but I was wondering, will you be returning to WWE soon?
Oh, you never know. Like, at this point in time, there's no talks. Nobody's talking. So, but that doesn't mean that it's not a possibility. So you really never know. And I guess, I don't know if other people experience this, but I'm used to it where it's like, hey, we got an idea. Then it fizzles. Oh, wait, we were thinking. As long as you let them know, hey, I'm open to whatever. I wish I could wrestle, but I won't be able to wrestle until I have surgery. And at this point in time, I'm like, I'm doing really well without needing surgery, without needing to wrestle. So I won't do it unless, it's necessary. So I guess that's where I stand right now. And people are like, well, get that surgery done and then go back to WWE. But what if I get the surgery done? I miss out on so much stuff, and I don't get the things I need to get done. And then it's like, oh, well, we're not able to use you. And then all that time and all that going through the surgery and everything is for nothing. So it's like a lot of stuff to think about. But of course I want to go back. We're not talking at this point in time, but it's good to know that they still say happy birthday. They still send messages. They're still like, I'm still, part of the WWE family for life. So there's all the rumors like a backstage heat, backstage drama, this and that. Like, no, it is what it is. They get busy. They're trying to do stuff, and they can't always push people or have people in the limelight. It's the newer generation's turn. So, don't think of there's conspiracies. There's no conspiracies. But of course, I'd love to go back.
I could definitely see you be a manager for until you get your surgery when you need it. I could see you being a manager for some of these girls, or even be with Lisa if Lisa were to return. I think you guys would make just the greatest duo.
Oh, I would love that. But it just all depends on their vision, They're the directors, they're the casting agents, and we're just we're the actors and the props and stuff. And if it fits the illusion or their masterpiece, then I'm here if they ever need me.
So I'm sure COVID is playing a factor in all this, and you were part of NWA before all this happened, and now they're relaunching back. And I was wondering, are you returning to NWA now?
I actually don't know. So I'm going to, like, we're again in talks, but you really never know what the end game is. Like, maybe they're looking for me to come back for just this one time, like, hey, hi everybody, and or do something for a moment. Or maybe it's long term. I really I really don't know. And I think wrestling companies do this because they're afraid of leaks, and they think like, okay, if this gets ruined, then we have to like scratch everything. Who knows what they're thinking in their mind and what they're trying to protect, to keep, you know, under wraps for a good little, like, oh my goodness moment. So I really don't know. I was like, you can at least trust me. Like, geez, just tell me if you want me to keep it under wraps, then I'll say, well, we're, you know, who knows, blah blah blah. But I'll have a way of saying it. But just don't not tell me. I'd like to get excited, but I am excited for them no matter what, because the reality is, whether I'm a part of it or not, there's a lot of great talent there, and there's a lot of great people there, and Billy Corgan has put his heart into this. And man, just, you know, we went to TV tapings in January, and then all of a sudden, like, we didn't realize that would be the last time we were gonna be together taping until, you know, this month now. So it's crazy how it's been a year. But I want them to succeed. I want everybody's business to succeed. It's a good thing to see so many places for talent to be able to work.
It's definitely the best, and I'm glad it's like slowly coming back, like, and they're doing temperature checks, you know, trying to keep everybody safe.
Yes. And Billy Corgan's really great at that. Like, because he's very cautious. He wants to protect his family and stuff. So, and everybody who works for him. So he's really big on that. So I know, like, everything's going to be safe and secure and going through the necessary protocols. And that makes me comfortable. That makes me feel happy, because I don't want to bring it home to my mother.
So I know, like, we were talking about how all these shows are opening up and events. So you had your first appearance, like, SWE Fury, and a couple of weeks ago. So what was that like, going back to have your first appearance in over a year?
Oh, yes, I was freaking out. I was like, okay, how's it going to be? Because different states, you know, people react in different ways. And I'm cool with whatever everybody's perception is, as long as we all respect each other's, you know, viewpoints and stuff. Like, I understand, I get it. But everybody there, so I was cautious, but everybody there, everybody was wearing their masks, and everybody, like, kept their distance, and nobody complained. And I was like, okay, cool. Like, that made me just think, like, wow, look at everybody gathering together for this, but doing what needs to be done and keeping everybody safe. And I, like, of course I want to cry, because sometimes you see the news reports, you see what happens outside, and how people are fighting, how people are just anti this and going crazy. And here, everybody was cool. Nobody, like, there was no, it just seemed like this is the way of life. Like, hey, we're wearing masks. Yeah, whatever. It's normal. And I was like, yeah, fuck it. Like, this is normal now. Like, this is the way, this is life. I'm cool with it. So everybody was cool, and that made me feel good about just humanity and us being able to go out and do appearances. Baby, what? Are you mad that I'm gonna go out again? They don't like it when I leave. Don't get crazy. Or do you want camera time? Or is that what it is? He's my Muppet.
I think he knew what question I was going to ask next, because I was going to say, can we get a hit? We know the SWE Fury show is coming up this weekend, and I wanted to know if we could get a hit on your mystery partner.
Oh, listen to you.
I think your dog knew I was going to bring that up.
He's like, don't tell her. Don't tell her. Oh my goodness. Did you know it? Because I posted all that, like, everybody's like, people are guessing. They're like, Mickey, Lisa, is it something where is it someone with the theme song of Sliced Bread? So they think Jillian. And I love it. And I didn't realize, like, oh my goodness, it really could be anybody. But I think it's gonna be a great surprise, though.
No, I texted Ella. I was like, Ella, I bet it's Lisa. I want a tag team of Melina and Lisa.
Oh my goodness. We shall see. Now I don't want to ruin it. But it's gonna, I think it's gonna be good. I think it's gonna be good. And uh, when it comes to SWE and the way it's like incorporating their vision with what I can do, I love that so much, because nobody's really asked me to like, hey, what do you think? How do you, they give me directions of this is what we want, and I bring their vision to life. But this, it's like, I get to have input. Oh, hell yeah. Like, oh, we're gonna change the game. And that's what I want to do when it comes to the people I work with, and also with my character too. So, and it's a hard thing because they like, people don't know what to do with me because I'm such a great heel, but then everybody loves me because I'm such a sweet person. That's what they're saying. And I'm like, let's do something with that. That means we could just play with all of it that much more. So I'm excited for SWE.
I'm very excited to see. I know everybody else is, so we'll all have to tune in this weekend to see what happens and who your mystery partner is.
I think hopefully people will love it. I think they will. And if they don't, they'll still follow the story, because, well, it's gonna, to see what's gonna happen. Like, I'm excited.
So I know we were talking before you're going to be in Tampa for WrestleCon. Are you like really excited to go back and be there? I'm like so happy that they're able to have something this year.
Yes, and I love what they're doing, how they're like doing per sessions and stuff. In a way, it's kind of like more organized. It probably helps other people to get their sessions booked and then go and to do another something, whatever somebody else is doing. I mean, it's keeping everybody safe. Everybody, like, it's also keeping it more organized and more fluid, where it's like, okay, if you're a fan and you want to hit all these like events, you got it all down. No mess, no fuss kind of thing. So I think that's really cool. We'll see how it goes. Again, work in progress. It's an idea. Let's see how it goes. But I'm excited to see everybody. I'm excited to see the girls. I'm excited to hang out with people again safely. You have no idea. I have like one of those UV light things. I like spray everything. I just make sure, hey, this is a part of life, the routine, and you could still go out and do stuff. But also to watch WrestleMania with my peoples. So that's gonna be fun, because usually I'm watching like at home and like relaxing, and this time I get to watch it with everybody else, like my peers, and that'll be super cool. I haven't done that in a long time.
Oh, that's so good to hear, everything's good, and then they're doing sessions. I did not know about that, how they're splitting it up. So I think that's like really good of them that they do that.
Yes, like it's just a different way. I mean, people get upset because this is not what we're used to. But at the same time, hey man, let's just ride the wave. It's not all that bad. It's just different. That's it. It doesn't turn off, like, it doesn't end us living. It doesn't end, like, it doesn't stop us from enjoying life. It's just a different way of doing it. And maybe, hopefully, we'll get back to the way it used to be. But if we don't, hey, this could work. Let's just give it a chance. And WrestleCon is doing great with that. They're doing a great job at giving the fans what they want, as well as protecting everybody. So I'm excited. We shall see. I'll try to record it. Are you going to be there recording?
Sadly, I will not be in Tampa. I'm stuck here in Pennsylvania.
Well, you're doing it smart. Maybe I'll get some footage for you.
Thank you. Gotta stay home, stay safe.
It's scary, but we have to be cautious. We have to do what needs to be done and wear the mask and sanitize to protect each other, So sorry.
Oh, it's okay. It's the most important thing right now, like, for everybody to do that, wash their hands and wear their masks, because it's very serious. It affects, may affect, people differently, but, it's important to keep yourself and others around you safe.
Yeah, you hear stories of how it can affect people kids. It could, like, the people you thought that could not get it. And you hear accounts of how, these teenagers or kids or people in their 20s, it's like, no, not you. You still have your whole entire life. Like, that's just so horrible to see. And I don't want any of my fans to be able to, or the wrestling fans to, to be in that situation. That's just awful. Especially like with my father, I couldn't see him. I couldn't visit him. So it breaks my heart so much to know that, no, I wasn't there. Like, none of us were there to hold his hand when he passed. And then that'll forever haunt me. Because that's that man was the most beautiful human being, or one of the most beautiful human beings, because my family, all of them are amazing. But he is like my everything. He's the person who taught me strength, who gave me everything I needed in life. Like, it was just an amazing person. Like, not only an amazing father, but an amazing person. And he deserved better than that.
I'm so sorry for your loss.
Yeah, it's not to like dismiss it. It's just, I know him, and I know he says, hey, he's like, mija, he'd always say, mija, that's just life. He's like, that's life. He always prepared us for the time he'd passed since we were kids. He'd always say, all you have is each other, so remember that, because one day I won't be here. And never wanted to think about that, but I know I'll be okay, and everything is okay. Life keeps going, because I'm gonna live with the same passion as he did, and the same passion that he taught me to have. So everything, as much as I miss him, everything's gonna be okay.
Oh, that's so great to hear. Like, I know, I can't imagine how tough this must be for you, but you're a very strong person, you're a very nice person, so I know you could do it all.
Thank you. So now you can kind of see like a hint of how my dad was, because that's the person he was. I'm just a little shadow of him.
Now back to, happier time
WrestleCon!
WrestleCon. So is WrestleCon your only appearance in Tampa, or are you going to be appearing somewhere else?
Oh no, just in Tampa, just for WrestleCon. Because I wanted to be safe. Like, let's not go crazy. Just because you're doing one appearance doesn't mean like you should go everywhere as if like COVID doesn't exist. Like, let's not go crazy. Let's just dip a toe, and then through time start doing a little bit more and a little bit more if we're allowed to, if it's safe. So, just I'm only doing WrestleCon and that's it. But to be able to see everybody's faces is going to be awesome.
Done a lot throughout your career, so I was wondering, do you have like a crazy story time from any experience you've had throughout the years?
What's so funny? People always ask me like my favorite, like just stories in general. Not sometimes it's specific, sometimes it's not, and I always brain fart, and I always think I can't think of one. And then I'll do a video like the time with like a Maris, where happy birthday, you're gonna lose to Maris. And I'm like, hey, I could have said that. You know what I mean? When people ask me stuff, there's always times it's just I don't remember at the moment, because I've just experienced so many craziness and weird stuff and fun moments that it's just like I can't remember one, because there's been so many that it's just like it's wow. But so in wrestling, outside of wrestling, I'm trying to narrow it all down.
Take your time.
So in wrestling?
Yeah, in wrestling, maybe on the road or maybe an event, anything that you could think of like that was like so crazy or bizarre, you're like, oh my God.
I don't know. There's been a lot. So I'm sure there's probably been worse than this, but I know like oh my God moments, sad moments is I was crying. I remember I was crying at the airport one time, and of course it was over like some relationship thing where I was like because I'm a sensitive girl who just like and a fan comes up to me and he asks for an autograph. Like, I'm crying, like ugly cry. And he asked for an autograph, and I said, I'm so sorry. Like, oh no, it was a picture. He wanted a picture and an autograph. And it's like, I'm so sorry, I can't right now. Like, I'll like maybe an autograph, but I can't take a picture like this. And he went off on me. Fuck you, you bitch. Like, I was like, like, how am I? And this is like, I'm telling you, I have like I don't know why, outside of wrestling, everything's cool. Like, people are like, if I'm nice to somebody, people are nice to me back. Inside of wrestling, it's the twilight zone. And I'm like, I'm crying, and this guy's yelling at me because I said I'd sign your picture, but not yeah, I'd sign your autograph, just not take a picture. And you're cussing me out. I was like, what kind of world is this? What how did I get into wrestling? And it's just stuff like that where I'm like, oh, that's interesting. Oh my goodness. Like, but on a perkier note, let's see. Crazy. Here's a storyline. I remember at one point I I remember I was supposed to have a storyline where I was supposed to have Vince McMahon's baby, and I was like, what? What? I was like, oh crap. Crap. I was like, how did we get to this point? Like, I was doing all this other stuff outside, like with Eminem and all the and everything, or no, maybe like Eminem, and then it was to Nitro, and then out of the blue, I'm supposed to have Vince McMahon's baby. I was like, what? And so I was freaking out because I just keep thinking, when, you know, moments like that throughout the whole entire like women's revolution, we are a part of it, and you wonder, when am I going to get that good storyline? When is it going to be about like doing something that pushes your creativity or your acting ability? And then you get slapped with that. Or like, okay, right? But later on, as it always does, storylines get squashed like that. They could tell you're going to do something, and all of a sudden it gets canned. And I thought, good, thank you, thank you for that. I'm just like, I just didn't understand, like, when it came to what I wanted to accomplish in my career, I was like, that, oh man, you already stuck me with this rape storyline and this crazy weird stuff where I'm like, when am I going to get to the stuff where like it really is about like wrestling? Like, come on, jeez. But that's just a few. There's plenty more crazy stuff. Never ending crazy in wrestling.
Oh my gosh, like I keep sitting here thinking, like, you're crying that story and you're just crying, and you'd think he would ask you if you're okay, not like, oh, can I take a picture? Like, what? You don't care if she's okay?
And then I thought, in my mind, I was like, I'm sure he's gonna go post that on the internet that I'm such a bitch.
Oh my god.
Like, I think I broke up or something. It was like a breakup. Who knows? Probably one of mine and John's 20 million breakups. And I was like, but it's just weird because I grew up, my family, like a lot of the people in there, they're saints, like legit honest saints, and that's no exaggeration, where it's like they're just so sweet and they never get mad, and they're just like, here, let me help you, and just beautiful people. And that's the way I was raised. I wanted to be a doctor. I wanted to help the world. You know, I give blood every like couple months and stuff because I want to just give back and think, hey, if I could, my blood could save somebody's life, why not? I'm an organ donor. I love to hang out with kids because I just want to make sure, like, hey, hugging them, that one experience could like shape the rest of their lives. Just one interaction, like that's what I believe about life. And then wrestling came, and it just throws people into, it's because wrestling is a fighting thing. It gets your adrenaline going. I know if I watch UFC, I get amped up. I get like, adrenaline's going. I'm putting people in moves. And it's because that's what you get when you watch something like that. It just like hypes you up. So I get that people are amped up and a little bit like, you know, they're ready to fight after watching wrestling. But damn, it just, it just hurts me to see when people are just, they're not nice, they're inconsiderate, or they're bullying. And it's like, why? What does anybody, and I learned that it's not me, they're not really judging me. They think they're judging me, but the reality is they don't know the real me, and the person they think I am, that's not me. So I can't get hurt about it. I shouldn't get hurt. I shouldn't allow myself to get hurt over that. But before I learned that, it was hard. It broke my heart. It's just like, that just made me, you know, that's what led me into depression, all these things. And it just made me, it hurt my heart, where I was like, how can you, what if, you know, I could be your daughter, and would you want somebody treating your daughter like that? Like, you know, screaming at them while they're going through something? For all they knew, you know, something major could have happened. I could have lost a loved one. Who knows why I was crying, but that person chose to do that. It just blew my mind. But again, I don't know what to do with that sometimes. So I just laugh through it. I'm like, yep, that's my luck. That's people choose to hate Melina sometimes. It's like, okay.
Oh my gosh.
I really don't know how else to deal with it.
That's just so insane to me. I'm just like, why?
Why, people? Why?
So I didn't know this like before. I found out because was like I love Tough Enough and I would watch on the network, and I didn't find this out till like a couple of years ago that you were on it. So how did you like get on Tough Enough? Like what made you want to go on Tough Enough?
Oh my, it was the opportunity to be a wrestler. Like, you know, that's everything that I'm doing here and what I was working for. And I thought, okay, well, I'm already going to workouts. I'm doing the work. Like, what if I could like speed up the process and get that contract instead of like going, because you have to wait. Back then it was either travel to the nearest show that's near your area. So I could travel to Arizona, Texas, make those drives from California, or, or when they're around. But it's like, okay, well, I don't know when the next time they're going to be near California. So why not do this? And so I did it because I wanted to be a wrestler. And it's Tough Enough is funny because I really thought after doing it, I was going to quit. I was going to quit because I didn't understand reality show back then. I didn't realize that reality shows are, over dramatic because like, that's what they need. They need ratings. And I wanted to do the work. And it's just so funny how they were giving us like, tests, like running, doing hills. I was a cross country girl. So I like smoked everybody. I was like, I could run, like I was running faster than dudes. And I did everything. I did the bumps. I did all the in-ring work. I did it all. And I thought, oh man, I'm good. So they have to have me, right? No, it's because I wasn't dramatic enough. Lo and behold, what they were going to see when I was under contract. But it's just so funny because that's what they wanted. And I wanted to just do the work. That's just the way I am. I'm all about doing the work. And when I gave up, when they didn't call my name, I was like, that's probably, the universe telling me, give it up. This is never going to happen. And I was about to leave and everybody was hugging each other. And I hugged Al Snow and I said, I'm going to miss you, because he was like a dad. Like he took on that figure, that role there. And he is like that, ever since. He's always been like that. And he hugged me and he said, don't give up. It's like he knew what I was thinking. And he said, don't give up. And then boop. Yeah, I was back in that second. I was back again. I was like, okay, I won't. That was a sign to say, don't you dare. You gotta keep on going. And so I kept going. But see, in a way, it was meant to be to go on there. I wasn't going to win it, but I was going to earn it. And I was going to get motivation, like that little bit more of motivation by talking to people there, like Bill DeMott loved me, Al Snow loved me, and their motivation inspired me to just, hit it harder than ever. And then nothing was going to, after that moment in time, I knew in my heart, nothing was going to stop me. And I worked harder for it. So I believe like I'm glad that happened. I'm glad that they said no to me. Isn't that crazy how things work like that?
That's so crazy how life works. But then it's like, then look where you are today. Like, that's just so amazing.
I know. I'm grateful for every opportunity. You got to see the good stuff and the bad stuff. Like the bad stuff's there, but it's only to make you stronger, And it sucks to be tested like that. It sucks to be like, damn, why? I already know I'm strong. Why do bad things have to happen? But at the same time, you know for sure you survived it. You got through it. You figured out a way through. So if anything else ever happens again, you have to remember, okay, I got through that. I could get through this, and keep on going. Keep on going. That's through anything in life, through goals, through days where you're having a bad day, everything. Remember, you can get through this. Even when it feels like you can't, you can get through it.
Just sit here, I'm like, yeah, I could do this. Like, that's very motivating for me. I'm hearing that, just like, I'm like, yeah, I can do this.
That's right. Isn't it crazy? I'm telling you, like a single thought changes everything. I remember people are always like, oh, well, why aren't you going to date anybody? Because I realized like, when you date somebody, and I'm not saying don't date anybody, it's just a personal choice for me. But I always thought about like when you start dating somebody and then they're like, they love you and this feeling like you're on top of the world and you could do anything. And I thought, I always thought I want to feel like that all the time. but why do I need somebody else to make me feel like that? I can do that myself. So it's just like, once you start learning how to empower yourself by thoughts, then it's just like, it changes your whole entire world. And then you just keep on striving. Right now, I'm trying to get better when it comes to being more productive in a day. So I see people like, say today, I'll get a lot of stuff done, but not as much as everybody else probably. Oh my goodness. Lisa called me. She goes, Melina, I got this done, I got that done. And she was telling me all the stuff she got done. And we've been on this kick together where we're gonna be productive together. By 9:30 in the morning, she's already done way more than I have. And I was like, damn, don't compare yourself, Melina. Just be inspired by her, because you know what? You're helping each other out. And I was like, damn, I'll get there. It might take a little bit more time, but I'll get there. And so can you.
So before I get to my fun question that I always do for everybody, I always like to ask everybody, where do you see yourself in the next year?
In the next year? Jeez. Far away from 2020. far away from 2020. But yeah, in the next year, what I want to do, and this is what I'm like working at, what I'm working for. So even though I'm not as productive as I care to be, I will be in a year for sure. I'll get that nailed down, and I'll be doing, I hope, like, no, I'm not saying, I got to see how the power of words. I am going to be putting out consistent videos every week and sharing my life and everything with all of you guys. Instead of like, because before in the past, I only did it like once a year. I'm going to start doing videos, and then you never see me again for another year or two. At this time, it'll be every week in a year.
So my fun question for you, I know we've talked about this in, I think, the first interview we've done. My cousin had brought up that, you smoke shisha. Now, I don't know if I asked you the same question. What's your favorite flavor? Like, has it changed from last time?
What did I say last time?
I was trying to go back in the video before.
Was it something fruity? That could be a go-to, but nah, girl. I'm like, let's have like 5 different ones. Because you feel like this in the moment, then all of a sudden I'm like, no, let me do this one. And then this one.
Usually try to go with the safe flavor lemon mint if I don't want anything like experimental. But I usually like the fruity ones too, and like going for usually different ones.
No, but what you're supposed to do is get one that you're safe with, that okay, I like this one, and then one like I got to try this out. So then you can start gradually like experiencing every flavor and know what you like and dislike. But you always got the safety net one. We gotta do this. I'm telling you, eventually in time, we're gonna like go out together and do shisha.
Yeah. So I have like I know so many places around the areas, and actually my cousin opened one in Australia. I know you guys went to the same one in Australia, but now he opened his own recently.
Really?
Yeah. I remember him saying that you guys go to the same one, like the owner in Sydney.
Oh, is that one? Oh, is it the one with the restaurant?
I think so.
And I celebrated there on my birthday. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's that one.
Yes. Okay. It's on my list now. I gotta go back. I gotta go see his shisha place. That's awesome. Congratulations to him for opening it up, his own.
Yeah, thank you. So what is like the most extreme flavor you've ever had?
Oh my goodness, I can't even remember. I think I'm not a fan of licorice. That's not the extreme, but I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
I remember thinking somebody else said it was something else, and then I did it, and I was like, ugh. Like, no. Which one of you likes licorice? I can't with licorice. I can't. If you know me, and you know me, I love eating food. I love like trying out different drinks and flavors. I'm not a fan. I wish I could, but no. What is yours?
My extreme flavor, I think, is banana milkshake. It tastes really good. It tastes like banana milkshake. When I was having it, I was like, oh my god, I need to get more flavors from this brand, because it just like, it tastes so good.
Oh my goodness. Well, maybe it's the brand that makes that like that intense flavor. Like some places you'll go and it's light, But some places it's just like, oh, I'm all about the taste. And it's like, oh, what kind of brand? Or maybe text me. Text me.
Yeah, I'll tell you which one. They have like so many online, and then I found
Everyone's like, oh, these shisha addicts.
Don't worry, we do it from time to time, people, not all the time.
I know, don't get crazy.
Yeah. Well, Melina, thank you so much for coming on here with me today. I'm so happy to have you on for a third time. So if you could tell the people, you know, where they can find you online, to follow you, see your YouTube videos.
The easiest place to find everything is realmelina.com. So RealMelina.com. But I'm on Twitter, Instagram, Real Melina, YouTube, Real Melina. And yeah, you can find everything at my website. And then now, SWE.
So everyone go follow her, go check her out. Like, she has a lot coming out, and you could see her at SWE. So if you want to go there, but, you know, have a mask on and everything. And you can find, and you can find me all below. I have them linked in the description below. You can find me Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, everything. And so thank you for checking out this interview, and I'll see you guys in the next one.